Hey there and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing a chatty cook with me. We're going to be making some fun recipes for St. Patrick's Day. I'm also going to be adding some flowers around the house as I start to think about what we're going to do for the Easter kind of spring season. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nicholsen and I love to do all things home decorating, cooking, and cleaning. And I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you like to find some kind of fun, inspirational homemaking tips and just kind of fun ways to make the house festive and warm throughout the seasons. And if you're returning, it is so good to see you. So today I wanted to put some flowers around the house. I have been going to Trader Joe's quite often and just getting little things to kind of just brighten up the corners of the house. I feel like everything really is dull right now. I don't have really any decor up. I do have my St. Patrick's decor, which I will link that video down below if you kind of want to go back and see it. But for the most part, there really isn't any decor anywhere. I've also been fiddling around with the idea of trying to do a more minimal Easter this year. Last year and the year before, I kind of went over the top. I will link all of my spring and Easter videos down below if you want to see that. But this year, I'm thinking of really minimal, cute, just like couple bunnies here and there and not going over the top. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to consider doing something small, or maybe what I'll do is just do a little minimal and then do over the top, and then I can link both videos and then you guys tell me what you think is best. Tell me what you think down below if you think I should do both, go minimal, go over the top. I love these tropical flowers that popped up at Trader Joe's. How cute are these little bananas and all the flowers? I absolutely loved this. It reminds me of a trip my husband and I took to Hawaii a couple years ago, and it's so magical, and I absolutely love how this turns out. I actually ended up getting 2 bundles just to make it a little thicker, but it just turned out so pretty and kind of magical. So I'm going to just put down a little St. Patrick's runner in here and then put those beautiful flowers. I feel like they went together really well, and I love stargazer lilies. They're one of my absolute favorite flowers. When they blossom, they make our house smell so good. But I thought I would just add those over here in a little trio to just bring that beautiful smell of spring throughout the whole house. Since we're already in here, I thought I'd just show you guys around the living room. If you didn't already watch my St. Patrick's Day decorate with me, this is how everything's turned out. The kids are trying to bribe the leprechaun into their trap, so we had some dollars out. So we'll have to wait and see if we actually are able to catch one or a couple leprechauns this season. But I wanted to add a couple roses in here, put this in the kitchen, and then get started on dinner. Okay, so for the corned beef and cabbage recipe, I picked up I think this is 2 pounds, 3 pounds of corned beef. You can get this pretty much anywhere right now, and it comes with a little seasoning packet. And what we're going to do is boil that in here with some cabbage, carrots, and some mini red potatoes. I also have an onion for our side tonight. This actually goes really well with corned beef and cabbage. But what I'm going to be making, and I've made this on my channel before, is some kale with some fingerling potatoes. I'm going to actually cut these into like little dimes or quarters, and we're going to sear them so they're almost like little round french fries. They're so good. Then we're going to add some apple and some onion. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic and then mustard to kind of wilt down. The mustard we're going to also be using for the corned beef, so I just felt like it would go really well with this. You could completely just keep it traditional or do it the way I'm gonna do it. This is super easy, best made in one pot. You can just boil it with all of this stuff. You're gonna wedge this and put it into like little triangles. And with these, we're just gonna chop them up and shred them, chop them up. And we're also gonna do the same with potatoes. I throw the potatoes in totally whole, and then I'll cut some of them in half, but usually putting them in whole works too, and then cutting them when they're done. But I am so excited. One of my favorite meals This also makes, for the next day, you can make Reubens out of this. It's really, really good. All right, guys, let's get cooking. To get started on the potatoes, I like to just chop up these little fingerlings to make little medallions. I'm going to roast those on a sheet pan and get them crunchy on both sides. For the carrots, I go ahead and shave those and just chop them into nice thick chunks. We're going to throw that into a boiling pot of water with our corned beef. Once I have that done, I want to go ahead and just take one cabbage. I'm going to quarter those, and then I'm also going to take the potatoes. I know I said that I was going to keep them whole, but my kids came in here and said they wanted me to cut them in half. For whatever reason, I have no clue. They have no clue what the difference is, but I figured, what the heck, let's go ahead and do it. It ends up turning out beautiful. So I've already added our little corned beef packet and meat to some boiling water, and I've had that on the stove for a good, I'd say 20 minutes. I like to just mix it up. Sometimes the seeds from the packet get stuck on the side, so I like to push those down so it totally infuses into the meat. The next thing I'm going to do is make one of my favorite recipes, which is green goddess salad dressing. My kids call this ranch, so I will link that down below. I've made this a bunch on my channel. It's one of my favorites. We basically use things like tarragon and parsley and chive and lemon and garlic and sour cream and mayonnaise. It's really like a real, like kind of a gardener's ranch, and mix that all up, and it's super good. What I love about it during this season is you can put it on anything, and it's nice and bright and green and perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Make you feel alright. Run away with me, and I'll be good this time. For our potatoes, I'm going to just add a little olive oil to a nice big sheet pan and throw our little medallions on there. These are so crunchy. I will tell you, my kids prefer this over French fries any day. They just think it's the greatest thing ever. So I'm going to bake that in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes, or until the other side is nice and golden and brown. And while that's happening, I am going to cut some celery sticks. We're going to just give the kids a little bit of that ranch and some celery sticks while I'm cooking to keep them from eating junk or other things and filling up before dinner. Come home with me tonight. Run away with me. It'd be worth the time. Run away. I found these adorable St. Patrick's Day shot glasses over in the kind of Guinness beer section at Safeway, and I picked them up because I thought they'd be cute for ranch. So I'm just going to add some of that green goddess dressing in here and just add a couple celery sticks. Just a cute festive way. If you're already going to be feeding the kids, might as well do something cute and simple for them to get in the festive spirit and also have something healthy. About 15 minutes before you think your meat is done, go ahead and throw your carrots and potatoes in here. We want our carrots and potatoes to actually cook a little al dente, not too hot. So I turned my heat down by about maybe medium low. While that's happening, I'm going to make some quesadillas. I have a couple kids in our house that don't prefer meat, so I like to add other things to our menu at night to accommodate them. So tonight we're going to be doing green quesadillas. You can find these at Target or anywhere really. They're just spinach tortillas. We actually use these all the time. I think they're super delicious. I'm going to add a little butter, add a little bit of fat in there and cook those up. We're just going to slice those up and add them to a plate. These are really easy to dip into that ranch. So I think what I'm going to do is add a little cup of that ranch to the side so the kids can dip in that, keep a green theme going for St. Patrick's Day, but also try to keep things a little healthy. I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all. But why didn't you? I don't know about you, but I think that turned out pretty cute. Lots of green and fun things for the kids. Since the kids' dinners are done, I'm going to add the cabbage in. What I like to do is once I know the meat is fully cooked, I'm going to add this cabbage in for literally like 5 minutes. The steam is going to rise up and just wilt that down to perfection. And then while that's happening, I'm going to start our kale side. Now, you totally don't have to do this. I just really love eating greens at night, so I'm going to be doing some sliced up yellow onion, let that wilt down, add in our kale. I'm also going to add in some apples, and then we're going to add in a little bit of vinegar and some raw kind of, I guess it's like mustard seed, but I've had this recipe on my channel before, so I'll definitely link it down below. While that's happening, we're going to go ahead and remove everything from the pot here and just start to get everything ready for dinner. I've got my little potato medallions cooling in the back, and I just can't wait to get dinner on the table. I don't know about you, tell me in the comments down below, but I absolutely love corned beef and cabbage. It is one of my favorite things. I have loved it since a kid. My mom's entire family was Irish, so I grew up having this all the time. I grew up loving potatoes. We laughed about it later that I was having an Irish dinner, but I still had to make more potatoes. So I love potatoes. I love beer. I always have. I must be an Irish girl, more so than Italian. My parents are Irish and Italian. That's pretty much my makeup. But here we are getting everything set up for dinner, and I cannot wait to see the kids' faces when they come in to check it out. I couldn't help myself but add a little bit of fruit on there, so I decided to go with kiwi this particular night, keep with our green theme. And for those of the kids who are going to be eating the corned beef, I decided to add some kale. This is my husband's plate, so obviously it's going to be a little more robust than the kids. I added our kale and what little medallions I had left because the kids ate them all, which is a great sign. I'm not complaining. And then I have some corned beef. We've got a little bit of cabbage. I definitely want to grab some of those delicious carrots, and then our potatoes, which turned out so perfect. So maybe the rule is you should cut them in half because they're so good. I wanted to add some of that raw mustard in the middle. It is my favorite. I just love it. I love dipping everything into it. This is one of my favorite dishes, and if you're looking for some inspiration to make for your St. Patrick's Day dinner, definitely check this one out. Couldn't be easier. And stick around on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Continue to enjoy some decorating and cooking and cleaning with me as we head into spring. The next video we have, I've got a day in the life of my work schedule. I think I have a couple cook with me's, and I definitely will have way more decorating coming up. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I cannot wait to see you again soon. Bye.